Hi everyone and welcome back to TechNet. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to put text in videos. So using Premiere Pro, there's three main ways to put text into your videos. I'm going to teach you the three ways, but bear in mind that they all kind of do the same thing. So don't worry if you don't understand one of the ways, it's just about what suits you and what you prefer. So first, we're going to look at how to use the text tool. So we've got Premiere open here, and I've got a car chase scene that I've put into my timeline. You need to make sure you've got something in your timeline that you can put text over. So what I'm going to do is click this T button here that stands for type tool, or I could use the T button on my keyboard. And this creates a cursor when you hover over the image. You can then click anywhere on the image and type what you want. Car chase. And now we have our text. Don't worry if it's not the way you want it to look yet, we will get to that. If I zoom in on my timeline, we can now see the text layer. So it's on top of your layer below. That's important because you need it to be on top of the image. You can extend how long it's on screen by using the red brackets like so. And you can also apply a transition to your text. If you right click at the start and press apply default transitions, it will make it fade onto the screen like so. This transition can be altered if you click where it says cross, that stands for cross dissolve. You can extend or make it smaller like that. If I want to change how the text looks, I need to click on the pink box here and then go into effect controls, which you'll find up here in your source window. From here, you can open the text using this little arrow, and you need to make sure that you highlight the text. That's important or it's not going to do anything. The other thing is you need to make sure you can see it on the screen or you won't be able to edit it. Highlight the text and then you can change everything about it. You can change it to a different font. You can change where it's positioned. You can change how far apart the letters are, like that. Remember, if you hover over any blue number, you can click and drag and change the number that way, or you can just type like so. Down here we have our appearance panel. So fill is ticked and the other ones are not ticked. Fill is what color the main bit of text is, so right now it's white. If I click on it, I can change it to any color I like. I can even use the dropper tool here and pick out a color in the scene, and it will go to that exact color. And you'll see that it's now that nice yellow color that I found on the car. Stroke is the outline that is around the text. So if I tick, it puts the stroke on and I can change what color the stroke is. And then if I change the number, you can see on here that it has a black border around the writing. Making sure that I have the car chase text selected again. If I go into the motion panel here using the drop down arrow, I can change a few different things about how the text looks. So I can change where it is on the screen using the position. The left hand number determines where it is left and right on the screen, and the right hand number determines where it is up and down on the screen. So if I click and hold, you'll see it moves left to right as I change the number, or up and down on that number there. Scale is how big or small the writing appears. I can also rotate the writing if I want by using the rotate tool here. And then using the play button, I can see how that now looks on screen with your video. The next way to add text to a screen is something called legacy titles. To open a legacy title, go on File, New, and then find Legacy Title. You can rename it. I'm going to name it Opening and press OK. And you should have a box appear on your screen like this. What you can do now is you can just type over your image, and you can change all the different things about it using all the controls in here. You can see how that text will look over any of your footage if you just drag the play bar along like this, in case you want it at a different point in your video. The other thing you can do with legacy title, which is really handy for opening and closing your sequence, is you can use the rectangle tool here. So it's just on the left hand side of the legacy title property panel. If you click that, click outside of the image and drag. Then you can create a background. So this can be any sort of color, it can be a gradient, it can have different effects on it, it can be whatever you want it to be. So if you want a cool opening image, then that is one way that you can do that. You can then go back into Type Tool. I'm going to change my background color to a purple. And then using my Type Tool, next you just press close and you'll see that the opening title that you've just created has appeared down in your project panel next to all your footage, and you can literally just drag it across like you would any other video and it will appear wherever you want it. Now obviously this doesn't look very good, and if you want to change anything about your legacy title, all you need to do is double click and it will open, and then you can change all the settings in here, have a play around with it and see what you can come up with. The final way that you can add text into your video is using the Essential Graphics panel at the top of your screen. You'll find it up here, it says Graphics, and you'll find that it opens on the right hand side of your screen. Over here you'll find something called My Templates, and these are all the different text templates that Adobe has saved for you already. You can search for whatever you want up here. I can find a preset for some credits, and you can get lots of different types of credits if you want them. To get them onto your screen, just click and drag them. I'm going to put mine at the end if I'm going to use them as credits. Zoom in using Alt and your scroll wheel on your mouse, and they will appear like so. You can then hover over the words to change what they say. Remember, you can always go into Effect Controls here to change anything about these presets. When you use Essential Graphics, you can also use all the settings down here. If I want to make something in the middle of the screen, I can use vertical center and horizontal center, and it will make sure that it's bang in the center of your image. Essential Graphics is also a really good way to add something called lower thirds, which if you're doing an interview, which I know a lot of you are, is a really quick and easy way to put someone's name at the bottom of the screen. So if I type in lower thirds, it comes up with all these different styles of writing which you can put in the lower third of your screen. If I drag this on, you'll see that it comes up with insert name here, and I can put someone's name at the bottom of the screen. Remember, you can use Effect Controls to make it bigger and change where it appears on the screen. Some of these presets also have movements. And this is a really easy way to put a transition onto your text without having to do it in Effect Controls. And that's basically all 3 ways that you can put text into your videos. If you do want to put any transitions on your text, make sure you've selected the text in your timeline, go to Effects, and then look in Video Transitions. In here you'll find lots of different ways that you can transition your text in and out of the screen. This one's called Dip to Black, for example. So have an explore and see what you can find in there. Now, there are ways to make your text move around using something called keyframing. It's quite advanced, but feel free to have a go at learning it. You can make text bigger and smaller, and you can make text move anywhere you want it on the screen. But that is for another video. Thanks for listening, guys. See you in the next video.